If you want to get ahead of 99% of people in the world, there's only one rule that actually matters. You have to be willing to do something that 99% of people are unwilling to do. That's it. No magic, no hacks, no monk robes required. Now I know that sounds obvious. Painfully obvious. Which is exactly why the internet has managed to turn it into complete nonsense. Every week there's another video screaming, "This will make you more successful than 99% of people." And every time it's the same recycled garbage. Set goals. Be disciplined. Remove distractions. Enter monk mode. Are we serious right now? Goals? Goals? Bill Gates didn't conquer the world because he had a vision board. My mailman has goals. My housekeeper is disciplined. Everyone and their emotionally unavailable ex is removing distractions. These are not rare behaviors. These are baseline adult competencies. And monk mode? Have you actually looked at the most successful people on the planet? There is absolutely nothing monk-like about them. No silence, no ascetic purity, no serene detachment from pleasure. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. If something is common, if you can type it into YouTube and find 800 videos telling you to do it, then by definition, it will not put you ahead of 99% of people. To outperform everyone else, you have to do what almost no one else is doing. Which brings us to the part nobody wants to hear. When it comes to success, productivity hacks, morning routines, supplements, and biohacks mostly do not matter. Success does not come from waking up at 4:30 a.m., eating chia seeds, or pretending you enjoy cold showers. Now here's how success actually works. If you want to be more successful than 99% of people, 3 things must be true. First, you need a contrarian idea. Second, that idea has to be correct. Third, you have to execute on it relentlessly. Most people never even clear the first hurdle. They drift. They adopt whatever opinion their friends, Twitter, or TikTok tells them is acceptable that week. Thinking for yourself is rare. Actually committing to an unpopular idea? Even rarer. But even among people who do think differently, most of their ideas are wrong. Not slightly wrong. Catastrophically wrong. Career-ending wrong. This is the hardest part of success. Disagreeing with everyone, and then being right. And even if you're right, you still have to bet your reputation, your income, and your sanity on it. When we talk about successful people, we obsess over execution because it's visible. We can see their routines, their diets, their supplements. We can copy those things. But execution does not determine the scale of success. Steve Jobs wasn't Steve Jobs because he woke up early and ate fruit. He was Steve Jobs because he believed 10 years before anyone else that computers would sit on every desk in the world. And he was right. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's for breakfast like a raccoon with a brokerage account. He didn't win because of discipline. He won because he consistently saw value where everyone else saw garbage. And then waited decades. Execution is necessary. It is not sufficient. If one decision can multiply your results by 100, the other 99 decisions barely matter. But people hate hearing this because those decisions are brutally rare and almost impossible to identify in advance. So instead, we talk about morning routines, and superfoods, and stand-in desks. As if eating the same meal Kobe Bryant ate would suddenly make you play like Kobe Bryant. Execution matters, but it's not the bottleneck. The real bottleneck is becoming a correct contrarian. That means questioning assumptions everyone else accepts, exploring opportunities everyone else ignores, holding beliefs people mock you for, and sticking with them anyway. Steve Jobs was hated for years. He was fired from his own company. History just edited the footage later. Every major breakthrough in human history began as an idea that sounded insane. At some point, someone looked ridiculous for believing it. And this pattern repeats everywhere. Even Warren Buffett admits that in nearly 60 years of investing, only about a dozen decisions truly mattered. That should terrify you and liberate you, because success is not about optimizing everything. It's about not being wrong on the few things that matter. Now here's the part nobody advertises. Extreme success has downsides. First, nobody likes contrarians. Success does not bring validation. It often destroys it. Second, to be correctly contrarian, you have to be incorrectly contrarian a lot. Most unconventional ideas fail for good reasons. And if you're young, you're probably repeating ideas older people already tried, failed at, and buried quietly. And finally, the most important truth. Extreme success does not make you happy. It amplifies who you already are. If you're angry, you become angrier. If you're fulfilled, you become more fulfilled. If your relationships are broken, success just gives you better ways to avoid fixing them. Extreme success should never be the goal. The goal should be pursuing an idea so meaningful to you that you can't imagine doing anything else. If all you want is money, champagne, and attention, relax. That's like 80% success. Maybe instead of asking, how do I get ahead of 99% of people? You should ask, why do I want that in the first place? That question will take you further than any morning routine ever will. Slow down. Define success properly. Then aim. That's how you actually win. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and please consider subscribing to the channel. It would help a lot.